Hey, what's going on? I don't know if I've ever seen you pop in here before. It's a good day to shop for retro VHS, and we also rent too. Okay, but if you do rent, we gotta have your info on file. Okay, so if you don't have a membership card, register for one. It's free, and it's like basically like every 5 rents that you rent a movie 5 times, you get a free rental for a week. So it's actually not that bad. Honestly, it's one of the best deals on this side of town. And we're the only retro VHS store in this side of town, too. So, can I say something? I don't mean to be weird, but you seem awesome. Just because you came in this store, you seem awesome. Okay? Now, we don't get a lot of awesome people in here. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about this recent customer we had. So basically, we will order movies for people if we don't have them. I want to help people out, and I want them to shop at my place. Sue me. I had this guy coming in who looked like the crypt keeper from Tales of the Crypt. Okay. And he was like a nice enough guy, I guess. But then he kept asking me about these movie titles, like Big Butts Volume 4 and like Farts Galore and all this stuff. And I was like, man, these are some weird indie romance movie names. Like Wes Anderson stuff or something trippy. And I was always like, yeah, we'll see. And then one day he gives me a big list of these. And I'm like, okay, let's see if we can order some of these weird movies. They're all porn movies and they're weird. That's not the store that I have. Okay, I know that you probably know that, but this is like a retro VHS store. So, like Back to the Future, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, some of the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We got all the older stuff, and it's true to that essence of like the old days on VHS. If you ask me, VHS is the best media form. It's the best thing. They've made nothing like it. Netflix doesn't even come close. And DVDs suck. But we do have some DVDs on the wall over there. Some are on clearance. Okay, so look out for those yellow tags. Now, let me tell you a secret, and I don't tell that many people this. But we have some cool movies that you'll never see anywhere else. Now, let me explain. I got a friend who works at the gas station, and he gets off of work like every day at like midnight, okay? And when he does, most nights, since I'm done working here, we take my handy cam and we film our own movies. And like our budgets are really low. Sometimes we gotta get friends and family to help out. Well, actually every single time we gotta get friends and family to help out. And recently they've all been pretty fed up because I can't pay them, okay? And I know you see my retro video game store, VHS store. Well, we have both. I'm going to get to that in a second. Not primarily VHS. You see this store and you're like, whoa, this guy's got his stuff together. Okay? He's got Nightmare on Elm Street. He's got the Jason Voorhees display from 2009, Friday the 13th remake. And I do have it. It's over there. Check it out. But it's just because I'm running a business doesn't mean I'm a rich guy, okay? Anyways, I was saying that we have some movies you'll never see. And basically, do you want to hear about our newest one? You'd rather not? I'll make it quick, I promise, okay? So, it is called A Nightmare on Elf Street. Not Elm Street like my shirt, but Elf, like Christmas elf. Basically, in this movie, Freddy Krueger is Santa Claus, okay? You know, we got my friend a mask, and he's Freddy Krueger in this. And then, you know, I got some of my cousins to be the elves and stuff. And basically, like, instead of ho ho ho, like Merry Christmas, it's like, ha ha ha, everybody's dead. And Freddy's going in their dreams and giving them presents of poop and like bad death stuff. And like, we don't have a big budget, like I said, so there's not a lot of effects and stuff. But I think that, honestly, you know this because you're awesome, okay? You're awesome. Just like me, I'm awesome. Sometimes when it's like home brewed, so to speak, everything is just more genuine and stuff, okay? And that charm comes through. Like it's a vibe. It's not a vibe you see at a Michael Bay movie, okay? It's not a vibe you see in even like a Quentin Tarantino movie, because it's not home brewed. You know, they've got a lot of money for all that stuff. So they can crash the cars and stuff, and they can do all, like for instance, when I had to crash a car for Nightmare on Elf Street, we had to take my cousin's 2001 Toyota Corolla, film it going into this dumpster, but he was going like 5 miles an hour. But check this out. You won't even guess. He drove like 5 miles an hour into this dumpster, like right in front of it, like that. And we put it in the video movie software, editing. That's what you have to do to make movies. You got to edit. I tried to make one where we didn't edit anything. It sucked. Everyone hated it. I got like 3 rentals though. It was my first ever effort. But anyway, I sped it up, and then we did like a JPEG of a file, or it was a PNG file of a fire over it, like transparent fire. So you speed up that car, and then you put that fire, boom. And I put I threw a soda can on the ground. I filmed it, and then I put that audio, like of a breaking soda, in there, and it's like the closest you'll get to like special effects, honestly. Okay, so now you want to know about the video games. You're awesome. Okay, we got some awesome video games for an awesome person. What system are we thinking about? Okay, so PS1. All right, I like it. I just got in The Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga on PS1. Now, when I got this disc in, it was like really scratched up and stuff, and it looked like poop, okay? Not like literal, but like it didn't look like it would work. And I have to try it. I have to make sure it works before I can let anyone rent or buy it, because I got in trouble before. I was just like buying these games on eBay for like 2 cents a piece. This is years ago. And the people would say, like, I don't know if they work. Here's a bunch of discs. And I'm like, nice. That's awesome. And it turns out like a lot of them didn't. And that's the thing. Okay? And I almost went under the business. But ironically, okay, one of my home movies saved the whole operation. And this was just like 8 months ago, okay? And we hyped up this movie, and it's called Halloween, Okay? It's like Halloween with Michael Myers. But it's Mike Myers from Austin Powers, and it's like a mask. And instead of being Michael Myers, it's Mike Myers. Okay? And he's like running around going like, yeah, baby. And he's like hurting everybody. And they didn't expect it. So it's Halloween. I don't know why we did Austin Powers, but we did. And everyone loved that movie. It was like, it had this great British humor in it and stuff we did. And we did some of those kind of JPEG, sped up car type of effects. And the local newspaper wrote up about it. And they were like, what is this death trap of a movie? And I assumed like they meant it was killer. Like, is it, it's like a scary indie movie. But we sold a lot of them. We rented a lot of them. There was a viral video someone did, like reacting. I think it was a TikTok or a YouTube short or an Instagram reel or maybe all of them. And they were like laying on their couch. And they're like, oh, it's coming up, it's coming up. And they were laughing at the part where he farts. And then he like throws a shoe and he hits a guy with it and the guy dies like right away. It was me who died, unfortunately, in the movie. But I was like, and it was pretty funny. It's like a comedy horror movie, Halloween. And we didn't check if anyone else has ever used that title. That's another thing I gotta start doing. I'm pretty sure that Nightmare on Elm Street has never been used. I know for a fact that Nightmare on Elm Street has been used because that's the movie that we were inspired by. We just changed the one word in Elm from M to F. A Nightmare on Elm Street. You got to give it some time. Let me give you a copy of Nightmare on Elm Street free, okay? And we'll get you set up with a membership card. And it's a free card. You just got to put your info in, okay? So here, fill this out. No, it's not on the computer. This is retro. Yeah. So hold on. Fill that out for a second, okay? You got to sign here, but we'll read that first. As long as you're cool with the terms and conditions, it's nothing. It's free. It's like a card for like a supermarket where you get rewarded for shopping there. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off, give this to you, and hold on. We have a drawer of key. You know what I mean, like the thing you put on your key ring. So there you go. You are now outfitted with a membership card to this store. And also a free copy of Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay? Because it's a slow day. Business has been kind of like poop. And you're awesome. I can tell. And thanks a lot for listening to me. Like, say all this stuff, because usually people leave by now, I'm going to be honest. Or they'll just be like, I actually just asked where the bathroom is. And I'm like, dang it. If there is one cool thing about this place, well, there's a lot, but one of the coolest things is, and I really pride myself on this, the bathrooms are sparkling, okay? When you open the door, there's a Freddy Krueger cutout. And it says, please wash your hands even if you're not an employee. Okay? You usually see those signs that say must wash hands, like employees. But this is like, listen, everybody wash your hands. I don't want someone like touching their butt in the bathroom and then coming out and being like, oh, it's Donkey Kong 64. Oh, let me put my hands all over it. Disgusting. Okay? Don't do that. And I know you wouldn't, because you are awesome. You're awesome. Let me tell you something right now. You're getting free rentals for a year, okay? So, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen, all right? And as well as a free copy of Nightmare on Elm Street, okay? And if you hadn't come in today, this wouldn't have happened. So, like, life, sometimes, like, things are meant to be and stuff and all that. And I think you coming in here today was like one of those moments where if it hadn't happened, you wouldn't have a Nightmare on Elf Street and a membership card and now free rentals for a year. Okay? Okay. Now, I forgot to tell you about the PS1 games. Okay. Pantheon Saga Incredible Hulk. Okay, but I think it's scratched, so I gotta be careful. But I do have a copy of Glover that's totally cool. Someone just returned it, okay? They ripped a page out of the instruction book for some reason, and I don't know why, okay? Oh, man. See, that kind of thing kind of bums me out sometimes. I like to think I deal with honest customers because I'm a smaller operation, okay? Sometimes people rip a page out of the Glover handbook. And any and all video game handbooks are rare nowadays. They don't make them anymore. I almost cried about it. Sometimes I'll buy a nice new PlayStation 4 game and I'll crack it open and give it a whiff. And I go, and it's just not the same. There's something about that brand new video game manual. And it smells like GTA 3, in 2001. Like, just reminds you of that game art on the front of that game where it says, like, hey, here's the weapons. Here are the districts. You can do whatever you want in this game. And it's like, oh, man. And they're getting away from that. They're saving paper. They're going digital and stuff. And I have shirts in the back that say, don't go digital. And it's got our store name on the front. Back in time, please rewind on the front. And then it says, don't go digital on the back. And if you're lucky, someone will ask you about it at a party or something. And you'll be like, yeah, man, go to this video store, dude. This guy gives out free memberships. Actually, don't tell them that, okay? Because I only do that if people are awesome. Sometimes some really non-awesome people come in here. And they're like, hey, man, do you have Elden Ring on PS5? And do you have Resident Evil 4 Remake? And I'm like, no, I got Resident Evil 4 Original. But no, nothing past 2006, okay? We don't deal in the future or the present. We deal in the past. Okay? That should be a new shirt. And then I have the video, our storefront on the front. Man, I'm coming up with all these ideas. And I have so many of them, and sometimes, they never come to tuition or whatever. But anyway, you're awesome. Please feel free to browse the store, and I'll stop bothering you, okay? Take your time. Pretend it's like the old days, and you can just get lost in this place. I know the place smells like pizza. Oddly, like all the time. I think it's because I left the pizza in front of, like, the HVAC system, so it's constantly sucking that essence of that pizza. Should probably stop doing that. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that, but go have a great time, walk those aisles, ask any and all questions, come up front, and if you just want to shoot the breeze, that's cool too, because you are awesome. We just want awesome people here. Alright, and that's you. Alright, so go check them out. I'm going to get out of your hair. And I'll see you later.